What it do right now? It is your boy E to the R to the I to the C. And this right here is the Life and Times of Aaron. The vlog. As you can see, I guess it's starting to get a little spring. Got short sleeve shirts on. You know, all that. I want to let y'all know, update. I had an interview. I think I talked about it in another video, but that was interview number 3. Another guy said there's supposed to be 2 more interviews, like a panel and another. I'm like, so many interviews make you just be like, bro, just even worth it, bro, because it makes no sense. And I told y'all the curriculum and why I feel like there should be 5. If you're getting 180, 200,000 or more, maybe 5 interviews, maybe. And even then, I know some people don't even get that many. It's like you know or you don't know. It's just because the thing of the matter is they'll give you all these interviews and it's let you, as soon as you start messing up, you won't get all these interviews or chances before they let you go. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. That's why when I think about it, I just be like, I just gotta get my business going, the stuff that I'm working on going, because then I won't have to worry about trying to find another job or being a job. We'll be relying on ourselves and our talents and our gifts that the Lord has given us, and we won't have to worry about it. But while I was praying, the Lord told me, he's like, yo, you want it to happen, but you got to remember, you got to stay consistent with what you're doing. You can't just expect something just to happen because you're doing a little bit and then boom, boom, boom. You have to stay consistent with it. And the Lord checked me a couple times and was like, yo, when have you been consistent with this? Like, you been consistent with this before, and then what happened? I was like, well, that happened. That's what it says, like, yeah. Now you just, then you fell off with the consistency. You stopped. And then I told him, like, yo, but this happened. He's like, yeah, but now you back. You can get this right. But you got to know you got to stay consistent with it. If you stay consistent with it, I'll be able to bless you. So sometimes you have to get yourself checked by the Lord when you talk to him. He'll let you know, like, look, you wanted this to happen, but you ain't doing this part to make this happen. So that's why it's one of my main goals, like I told y'all at the beginning of me recording. Just being consistent with these videos, being consistent. Because then the consistency will start allowing me to be blessed in even more ways than one, and having more, things pop up, having more opportunities and things like that. So it's just all about the consistency, I think sometimes we have to remind ourselves, because when things aren't going as fast as we want it to come, or we expect it to happen, we just have to remind ourselves not just be consistent, because the same way you'll be like, man, I could have started a year from now. Well, you started now, so that year from now, your whole life will change. And that's how you have to think about it, because you'll be like, man, your whole life could change in a year. So you start before a year, and then everything could just blow up before the year will start. It could change in 8 months, 9 months. The thing of the matter is you just got to be consistent for those things to happen for you, so they can change for you. So that's how I like to try to think of it. Even when I feel down, or I feel like, what's going on, and this and that, and just to continue to keep sowing my seed, paying my tithes, thanking the Lord, because at the end of the day, it's really the Lord is really going to take care of you, be your provider. There's nothing you can do that the Lord can't bless you abundantly and exceedingly to give you even more than what you're doing. So I know a lot of people may not pay their tithes, but a lot of people may not understand that or agree with that. But for me, that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing. It's been working for me, help me in my sanity, because I know the Lord has given me this. Because the alarm pop up out of nowhere randomly, which I need to cut them off. So yeah, like, the Lord will bless you exceedingly abundantly and give you what you need. And like, I remember something Gary Cassie said. Gary Cassie said, man, he was broke all his life. It's like Cardi B said, I've been broke all my life. I don't know what to do with these racks. He was saying he was broke and struggling all his life. Then he got with Switch Kingdoms, got with the Lord, and his friends had been past him. And then all of a sudden, in less than a year or 2 years, he had surpassed all his friends, and he was a millionaire. He was in his 40s, struggling. And then all of a sudden, 41, 42, he surpassed all his friends, and he's a millionaire. Like he said before, the Lord is a Lord of addition and multiplication. The Lord is not a Lord of subtraction. The Lord will always add to you and multiply what you have. So that's all I have to say. You could be going through whatever you're going through. life can be hitting you hard, which I feel you. You be feeling like you made 5 steps forward, and then life knocks you back 12 steps, and you just be like, what is going on? I'm trying. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that the Lord is a Lord of addition and multiplication, not subtraction. So the Lord can take whatever you're going through, add to it, multiply it, and put you in a position where you'll be higher than your friends who've been doing better than you for so long. And then boom, all of a sudden, boom, the Lord is taking you to new heights that you had never seen before and never experienced. So that's all I have to say. It's possible. It's there. We just got to stay with it. We just got to continue to keep going. I know sometimes it's easy to forget, and I like to make sure I touch on these bases again and again, because when you're going through the work world, whether you're going to your corporate job, 9-to-5 job, nighttime job, night shift job, you'll feel a lot of times like, man, when is my calling going to come? When is my passion for what I'm working on going to come? When is me applying for all these jobs going to allow me to find the right job? And I'm just here to tell you, man, just don't give up on it, man, because I've been there, man. You be like, bro, I'm at this job. I was at a retail job for almost a year, and I'm just like, bro, I'm applying for every job there is, and I'm not getting no callbacks. Man, my resume wasn't the best, maybe this, I don't know, but it's like, bro, what is going on? And then finally the call came. I just kept being optimistic, kept sowing my seed, and the call came. Sometimes we have to wait so that the best job that's for us can come. And even though that job I got with Coke, it was good, my boss was crazy, I definitely learned a lot. I met a lot of good people, and it was a segue for me meeting the next person that I needed to meet so I could go to get my startup job and get a CPG 101, because he got hired. And I remember being like, hey man, if you need somebody to help you prepare, or if you need somebody to come work for you, man, let me know. He ended up getting hired, suggesting that I be the person he worked with, and boom, the rest is history. So which reminds me, I probably need to text him and see how he's doing. Just be like, hey man, how you been, man? Check in with him. We were cool, you know. He had his issues at times, or whatever, but for the most part, he was straight. You know, but, you know, he'll come through. There's an aspect of him, he'll come through later on. If I had to gauge him, I'd deal with him more than I would deal with Jimmy. Because at least with him, he's not going to try to con me. He'll be a straight shooter. He may not always agree, or he may try to do stuff where he try to outshine you, but that's just him always wanting to move up and get more money. So, but he ain't gonna try to do like Jimmy does and con you. So I really deal with somebody that's ambitious or semi-ambitious, and even though they don't realize that they don't have to be where they are, you can just easily just tell them, hey man, chill that out, and they'll stop. Instead of being with somebody that's gonna con you and not be honest with you and take your stuff and never give it back, or get paid you back, or never answer your phone calls. I don't want to deal with nobody like that. So, but yeah, man, this is just remember, man, it's all coming together for you. I've been there, going through it now. I feel like my whole life has been a lot of that, because like I tell First Lady, and I tell some of my other friends, like I'm not meant to do this 9 to 5, work for somebody else. Like, this ain't my life. This ain't, you know. And some of my friends be like, dog, this is not really you, dog. You got a mindset that's different. You know what I'm saying? You got an entrepreneur mindset. It's all about now getting the funding and getting it going. I'm like, right. So, but until then, this is what you got to do to get to where you got to be. So, that being said, keep living your life, because if you don't, your life is not going to live you.